Hey guys, I'm DJ Alex Brown and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of sorts of OpenPhone. I want to push this app or platform a little bit for DJs, but really for every business owner. It's a really great platform and it's something that has certainly helped me a lot, especially with running really two separate businesses, and apparently Luna will be joining me in this video as well. So what is OpenPhone? OpenPhone is a app slash service slash software that allows you to have a separate phone number without having a separate cell phone or a separate SIM card or a separate data plan or anything like that. And it's really designed for small businesses so that you can have basically a voice over IP or voice over the internet phone system that is separate from, say, your personal cell phone. Now, if you have a Google My Business profile, I'm sure you have heard and gotten the phone calls on your cell phone that are, your Google Business profile needs updates, press 1 now, whatever. These robot calls that, these drive me crazy. When I took over another business, they just blew out of proportion. My phone was ringing all the time with robots, and I got to the point where I got an extra phone number, and then I got another phone number, and at the time I was doing it through Twilio, which really was just able to route my calls. Very techy. I like having a lot of options, but it was just too techy for me. And a friend of mine told me about OpenPhone, so I started using it. And what I want to go through today is some of the features of OpenPhone and encourage everybody to at least try it. They do have I believe it's a 7-day free trial period. And if you want to support the channel, you can go on, there's a link that I'll leave in the description, and let me see if I can add it into this part of the video right here. That will give me like a commission or credit towards my account or something. So that's a great help to support the channel. So we'll call it an affiliate link or whatever, the same as, Crate Connect or whatever. Before we actually look at my OpenPhone dashboard, one of the big things that I want to talk about with OpenPhone is just how feature-packed it is. So personally, I pay monthly instead of yearly, so I pay $13 per month for the first line, and for like a user account, and that's all encompassing. And then it's an additional $5 per month for an additional phone number. So I have two phone numbers in OpenPhone that act separately, and I think they've done a really good job of separating out the phone numbers. I'll show you in a second what it looks like for each phone number so that you can still use both numbers separately. And there's a lot of features that you can use with this. So you can have your calls recorded. There's no additional charge for that. You can text, you can call, you can set up a what they call a voice attendant, but in the industry it's generally known as an IVR, or I think it's interactive voice recording, something like that. And basically that's your press 1 for sales, press 2 for support type of menu option. And personally, I have that set up so that that helps to weed out a lot of the bots, because bots usually can't get through IVR systems. So in my case, on every phone number, it can be as simple as in order to help us prevent scam and spam calls, please press any key now, and you just make it so that any number goes through. And in some cases, you can just do a typical voice menu. For It's Lit, press 1. For Productions, press 2. For Alex, press 3. And as long as you force the users to press a key to move on, you'll help to avoid some of those spam calls. Another big feature that you can add with OpenPhone is business hours. You can set times where it'll send calls straight to voicemail. But anyway, we're like 5 minutes into the video here, so let's start talking about the actual app and everything. So I'm gonna flip this around. So you can add separate contacts, and I just have one set of contacts for both numbers because I have one DJ event planner for all my phone and businesses and everything. And in this case, this was a ceremony performer that I was going back and forth with. But as you can see, I have a DJ Alex Brown phone number, and then I have an It's Lit phone number. And they do transcribe your voicemails. Here you can see my call recordings. And what's really nice too is that instead of something like your cell phone where the calls come up in the order, so this would be like what you would see on your cell phone, but when you click this, not only is it your text conversation and your voicemail history, your call recording history, you also have all of your call history. So I can go back through this and see when they called, when they didn't. So it's really good because you can track your interactions with a customer. You can track calls at the same time as messages and missed calls, voicemails, all that stuff all in one place. So I think it's laid out really, really nicely here. The other thing that I want to emphasize is this is just a web browser. I do use the app on my phone, but I just yesterday had to make a phone call while I was using my cell phone and sitting on customer support for a personal matter. And I was like, how am I going to make this phone call? And it was something for a client, I believe. I might have been calling a venue. I don't remember exactly. But what I did is I just popped some headphones into my headphone jack on my computer that had a microphone attached to them. I went to the It's Lit number, dialed out the phone number, and I was able to be on 2 phone calls at the same time because all this is using is the internet. Now, one thing that I do want to emphasize is that it uses the internet. So if you're not on your home Wi-Fi network, you will be using LTE or 4G or 5G or whatever you have. You'll be using your data plan basically. So it does work all off of, say, your actual cell phone plan, which is nice, but also it could eat up data depending on how much you're on the phone. I've found that it doesn't eat up very much data, in my opinion, and I can show you what the last month looks like. Granted, I probably am only on the phone, not at home, for maybe 10 minutes a week. So that's your reference for this. So 50 megabytes, I think, is the correct measurement of data for what I use. So figure it's about 12 megabytes per week. Very small in comparison to what using Instagram each month uses. I use about a gigabyte a month for Instagram for posting, while I'm out doing events. So the usage is very, very small. Audio does not take up very much bandwidth. And the final thing that I want to say, the referral link I will leave in the description. So if I refer a friend, I think we each get like a $20 credit. They do offer good yearly discounts as well. So I think it's $10 a month if you pay for the full year up front, which is something like 30% off or something. But you can label your phone number separately. You can put in separate caller IDs. It's just far superior to anything else that's out there for the price especially. And it is very reliable. OpenPhone takes a lot of passion in making sure that the platform is reliable. I've received emails from the CEO where they had an outage and, the CEO is apologizing to the customers because, that's not like them. They take it very seriously. As someone who's very passionate in my own business, and, maybe a bit of a perfectionist, I do appreciate that they take a lot of pride in their product. So it's something that I definitely stand by. And again, use that referral link that I will put in the description to sign up so that you can help support the channel, but you'll also get a $20 benefit out of it. So definitely give it a try. If you've been having problems with say spam calls and stuff, I can tell you from personal experience, I can tell when a 401 number calls me at the same time 4 days in a row that I need to block the number because it's one of these Google My Business, you know, your profile needs to be updated. And then I can just block the number right there. There's a little button that pops up. So it's really a great platform. I really just, it's so worth like the $10 to $15 a month that you pay, especially compared to how expensive like a phone plan is. It's definitely worth giving a try. And that's gonna wrap this video up. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, I do have some other general business tools that I'd like to review or put out on the channel. And you know, like I said, if you want to see more like this, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. I mean, there's 100 different things that you could do. But anyway, that's gonna wrap this one up. Until next time, peace.